Project X.
Apparently, the only way to push out a child when you're close to giving birth is to increase sex.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Don't say that. Yeah. Shut up.
Right.
She might be listening.
We never did a Project X Pat baby pool. I say Thursday. Whoever wins gets the afterbirth.
I just asked her if she was calling labor Miller. She said she's trying, but she keeps getting disconnected.
Originally, he was supposed to have the baby around the first week of May, right?
Yes,
May 5th, which is when the Avengers comes out. And we were very excited that with the possibility of them sitting in the theater watching the Avengers and the baby come out in the theater while the movie's playing.
I would hope they would leave.
Well, no, you got to see the Avengers. You have no time to leave because you got to.
You know how expensive movies are?
Project X.
MorningShowCentral.com. It's the return of the Project X show after spring break. I'm Otter. What?
Is that what that was, a spring break?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't go anywhere.
I had an awesome break. I wasn't near you.
I'm Otter. To my left is Pat. To my left are Girl. To my right, Johnny 5. To my right, back diagonal, Rooster. Chris, I'm a see every man in the production studio. Intern semi-normal.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think if Johnny 5 auto-tunes all that, we just developed a new line dance.
He attempted to.
Yes, I did.
He found out that our voices are all extremely flat. Girl has more things flat than her voice.
Oh.
Actually, she's the only one that came out even remotely tuned.
I don't know if that's even a compliment.
So that's
I
where,
don't know. Yeah.
that's where all the unflatness went to instead of her boobies.
At least I have a little bit of a booty.
Right there. Get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also,
The best part I was going to say is that none of us could refute it because none of us were willing to say that we've ever looked at a butt. We all went, I don't know, maybe she does. I'm too disgusted to look.
Nobody wants to find out. If you want to call the show, 888-668-0742.
Or, because we are an internet radio station and on the cutting edge of technology, you can use the fax machine. And you can fax us.
Do we know the number?
What's the number for the fax machine?
Is it even hooked up?
Yeah, it's hooked
Of
up.
course it's hooked up, guys. It's a fax machine.
I can't wait till we start getting travel offers. Can't wait to come in next week and find out that we can get on the cheap a trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah, why don't we ever get any of those if we have a fax machine?
Nobody knows the number.
Yeah, because it's never been given out to anyone, so it hasn't been sold to anyone.
We'll work on that. We'll figure out the number and let you know after our first break. We had last week off for our spring break.
Which was serendipitous, actually.
Yes.
For one person.
Me. I got a new job. Most exciting thing that happened. Most exciting thing that happened. I joined the Daywalker Dayforce again for the first time in I don't even know how long.
I can't believe she finally made you get a job.
No, dude, it wasn't. It wasn't even her wanting or making. It was like, oh God, I really have to. I can't do this. And not to mention my other job that I work at night caught on fire.
Oh.
Over this past week.
You are such bad luck to clubs. I love that you've done infusion for all this time and never burned down a club. But, but yet the ones you bartend at.
Yeah. Whoops. No, there was something slightly more exciting that happened this past week.
I didn't have to see Girl.
That too?
Hey.
Well, not that girl.
Um,
A different, small, wrinkly girl. But
No, trust me, this one's much more attractive.
Of course it's a baby. Come on.
well, according to you, all babies are ugly, remember?
Almost all are, yes.
And on the spot,
Absolutely.
Pat's wife had their child. Molly Elizabeth was born over the weekend that we were off.
I was like, it was the middle of the week.
Our
actually the day
long
after.
weekend,
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
It was the day before my sister's birthday.
which I was
Which
angry
makes
about
it easy for me.
because I, in the baby pool, said that I picked Thursday, but I never said which Thursday.
And I call it. J5 texted me. J5 texted me on Saturday, was
Is
it?
it Friday or Saturday?
Friday or
Yeah.
Saturday. He texted me. He says, "So any baby news yet?" I said, "She's still really pregnant." And he goes, "Well, it looks like all of us were off." He goes, "How do you think Otter's going to swing this?" I said, "He's going to say he never said which day." I said, "He didn't give a date. He just said a day of the week."
It's true. I
At
did.
which point, as I shared the conversation with my wife, she said, "We're not having the damn kid on Thursday then." I don't care. She goes, "If we don't start until after midnight, I'll hold on till Friday."
But
Oh,
but,
man.
Sure.
Wow.
but that one over there picked Wednesday.
I did.
So do you really want her to win?
No, because she picked the Wednesday. She was talking
No,
about the
she-
Wednesday following the show.
You
How
just
do you
said
know?
Wednesday, dude.
How do you know? Yeah, I never said which Wednesday.
Because you get disqualified from everything.
Here's the thing.
Even if you said the exact date and time, I would have disqualified you.
Here's the thing about, because the wife can't stand her. But this is how vicious we are to her. The wife can't stand her, and she goes, "I feel so bad for her." She goes, "You guys are just so mean." She's like, "I feel terrible."
Was this after she gave birth? And
Yeah,
she
when
was
she was
like,
all
hormonal.
hormonal. Yeah,
She was still on the drugs.
yeah.
So you've gained a reluctant ally.
No, because I'll go home if she hasn't listened and recount all the ways that I made fun of girls. She's
No.
like, "You guys are terrible to her."
The drugs,
She's like,
the drugs have worn off now. It's all right.
She's like, "I can't stand her, but you guys are horrible to her."
That's the best compliment I've ever gotten.
It's like the very definition of a backhanded.
It's like the third compliment you've ever
Listen,
gotten.
listen, I absolutely despise her, but could you go a little easier?
So Wednesday.
If putting up with us was a contest, you could definitely win.
You would have came in first place.
Oh, you know how much I love winning those contests. Oh.
Yeah, because our interns lose horribly, with the exception of the one that's still here.
Copper top.
And I think she's only still here because she doesn't listen to the show when she's here anyway.
We can't call her semi-normal anymore.
No.
Why?
I'm referring to her as intern Duracell.
Haven't you seen her new do?
No.
Intern.
Duracell.
I beckon you.
Let's see. We're gonna get girls' real first response to the new do.
There we go. You gotta come this way.
Yeah, you
though,
got to
'cause it's
step into the
silhouetted.
light. Yeah, I've got the glare in the glasses. I can't. I like that. That's sophisticated.
She's afraid of her.
Oh.
She's like, she's really close. I never
No,
measured
turn
her.
around. Is it just that color on the one side? Yeah. That's like the sophisticated going out.
And you know what else
Ew.
has copper on one side? Duracells.
Stop.
What color is that? What color do you call that?
It's copper.
It's copperish.
No, as much as I hate to agree with them, it is kind of copper.
You're looking for a penny right now to compare. aren't you?
Yeah, that or a Duracell battery. I think.
Here,
I'm gonna
I've
put
got
up
a
with
penny.
There you go.
There's a shiny one.
Yeah, that's.
There's a gently used one.
Here, hold on.
I love that if you asked us for $20, none of us would have in our pocket.
Here,
You look for
here.
He has
pennies.
every different shade of penny.
That's not even close.
That's a new pen.
That's a new one.
Okay, so we want a faded one.
Where's
Hold on.
Otter's got a faded one in his.
So it's fading penny copper.
Oh, here.
I want to see that. I want to see that written on a box.
It's copper
It's
patina.
faded. Okay, that's not even. Okay, that doesn't even count because it's dirt.
I got it right here. This is it.
That's the,
You're saying my
I want-
You can't even see where her hair starts in the.
No, you can't.
It's dirty penny copper.
I want to see somebody
I mean-
go into a salon, and when they ask what color, hold up like a slightly used penny.
I gotta
Could you
go
do
on.
that?
I gotta go on Thursday to get my
15-year-old
roots
penny
done. I
knows
might
what
do
color.
that. Otter, do you want
gonna
these
say-
pennies back? by the
Yes,
way?
please.
Yes,
no.
because they weren't even his; they were J5's.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Well,
need
then,
my 4
yes.
cents.
No, mine go in the.
Oh, there's 6 or yeah,
Mine-
there's 5 over here now. I multiplied. Are you sure you don't want it?
Mine
Oh
go in
God, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, and let's think about this. Do I need anything that multiplies?
Oh, thanks.
I don't know why I have so many. They usually go in the give a penny, take a penny jar.
I will point this out: you're officially the highest paid member of this team.
How many do you have now? Was that 7?
That was 7.
Oh Christ! Now we have to listen to her 3.5 times.
I like the cut. I think the cut is stylish. I think the color could have been
I like the color.
rethought.
Oh no, I like the guy. We actually went to school with a girl that had the same color hair.
Did we?
Yeah, Sabrina.
I didn't remember.
Yeah, she. I used to call her Copper Top too.
I think if you're gonna color your hair, then go all out. Don't be subtle. Like that's a subtle color. If you want color in your hair, do something retarded.
Blue.
Yeah, or red, or green, or whatever. Why that? You're like 4 shades lighter than your regular hair color. What's the difference?
That's what Ty's co-host did. Went pure red.
Notice how the first 2 colors we said were both the colors that me and Otter used for our dumb hair.
I think that was the point.
Yeah, that was exactly the point.
However, you would know, girl. Her hair is natural, though, right? That's not weave. That's real hair.
That said it all.
Am I wrong?
I mean,
That's the hardest she's laughed at anything on this show.
I don't.
Obviously, the shaved part is real hair. I don't think you can put like sod on a head. But like, is the top part is that like a wig or is that real?
I think it's a weave, but
Is it?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've never had a weave, so I don't know.
Intern.
J5 the Mike's caught it too.
Durso.
Call her copper
Can she
top.
can
Don't call her
I ain't
Duracell.
calling copper top. That's degrading.
This
Is that
incredibly-
real or is that wig? That's weave.
It's weave, yeah.
The whole thing. The black part too.
Yeah.
Turn around. Let's do a spin.
They weave it all the way.
Wait. Come up here. I
They
can't
weave
see
it all the
anything.
way to the top.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. What do you want from
So that whole thing, the whole thing that's sitting on top of your head right now is a weave.
me? Yes.
How does that work?
It's magic.
So, and how long is your real hair?
Like short.
Like this short? Like mine?
No.
Like mine.
Shorter?
Maybe like his. I don't know.
Like Pat's?
Like Callie.
Pat's right now is almost as long as
I
that.
was
So
like,
why do you
this
need
is
the weave?
long for me.
Like,
I don't know.
like Halle Berry short.
Yeah,
Like
Halle Berry.
natural Halle Berry, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do they weave it in?
They just-
like a sewing needle?
Do they
like
get a
needle?
loom?
Well, sometimes they glue it and sometimes they sew it.
So what's that? Is that glued or so?
This is sewed.
So you can't take it off?
No.
Do you
Why
have?
would you want to?
So I can
Well,
see.
hello, I know.
How would you take it off?
I like to wash my hair and change my underwear, so I mean, I would want to take that off.
If they sew that in, then how do you take it off?
You wash it.
But it's sewed in. Like my jeans are sewed. They don't come unsewed when they go through the washing machine.
If it gets dirty, I can wash it.
So wait a minute. When you get a new hairstyle, how do you get
Chris.
a new one?
She can't hear you.
Undo the whole
Oh,
They undo it,
apparently he
yeah.
was loud enough that she could. I was like, she doesn't have headphones on. Never mind. She's
Do you
responsible.
have, like,
Here, Chris, can you turn on this other mic that's next to me and I can give it to her, so she's not like.
Screaming.
All right.
Like you know how like in sewing kits they have like the little scissors and stuff. Like that? Do you need that to cut it out?
No, like you just the
They
beautician
grow
knows how
out,
to sew
and they
it.
grow out too.
Yeah, they grow out, too.
They only last. I mean, how long does yours?
It all depends. This probably will last me about like maybe 1, 2, 3 months.
Yeah.
Depending if I keep it up good.
I was told like 3 to
I
6
gotta get my
months,
hair cut every
depending.
2 weeks.
Is it
I
good?
know,
Right?
I'm like, this is about 3 months way later than I wanted.
Is it good for multiple uses?
What do you mean? The hair? If it's human hair, yeah, maybe.
What is that? Is that horse hair?
It was some Indian lady's
Synthetic.
house.
It's synthetic.
Maybe it's probably. I
Yeah.
think it's synthetic.
Wait, so you don't even know how much did you pay
Coconut
for
fiber.
this?
Is it
I got this
yak
on the
hair?
house because somebody owed me a favor.
Whoa, what are you doing?
to an
Anyway,
to an Indian lady.
I like that.
Indian daughter, Indian feather.
yeah.
So yours you don't think is real human hair?
No, it's not.
It's synthetic.
No,
so
it's
so if it is, so what's?
It feels
Don't touch
You
it.
don't touch a black girl's hair.
Don't touch it.
Whether it's her real hair or not, you don't touch a black girl's hair.
We don't do that.
Would you be okay? I'm not even black or white here. That's what we were sitting here and somebody just reached over and started playing with your hair.
I like having my hair played with.
That's you.
I play with my hair all the time.
Yes, but
That's
when I
creepy.
get nervous.
but here, yours isn't a head merkin, so you don't have to worry about
Well, I
it.
wanted to feel it. It feels good.
But you just ask first.
I'm sorry.
She just reaches out.
I didn't hold back. I was about to punch you.
I told you she's within reach. Why are you trying to touch her hair?
I ain't scared.
You will be if you try to touch the hair again.
No, you never do that. Never.
I'm sorry.
That was the creepiest
like-
thing I'd ever seen in my life.
That's like talking to the guy in the urinal next to you, dude.
If there's a few
I
things
do
I've
that
learned
all the
about,
time.
if there's a few things I've,
You know-
I've learned about black girl hair, it's you don't touch it.
Come on, Rooster, you can't walk over that one.
Yeah. He just blew right through it.
Yeah,
Woo! Keep going.
You'll catch it on
Keep
replay,
going.
don't
I know. I already got it. I just didn't care.
You never.
Notice how I was trying to stop her from
No,
just
you never
talking.
know.
You know,
You wanted to focus on it. I was like, no, you're done. Let's move on.
I'll put it in perspective, though. You know who I would expect to have done that at any given time on your date. That's something I would have expected. Just to be sitting there talking to him and him going,
Okay, well that's creepy.
Your hair could win a contest.
In my perspective, it was even worse seeing it because how Pat's standing, he's blocking girl completely, and all I saw was a hand slowly reaching and petting her hair
Like a pudgy little white hand.
You wanted to know what it felt like.
with hairy knuckles.
You asked me first.
It was like
I
a
don't
little
know,
baby
touch your
albino
hair
monkey.
without
reaching for
asking.
candy.
I wish you would.
Well, now ask.
it keeps getting creepier over here.
Is that count as harassment? I think that's
Pat,
harassment.
walk away now.
It's not harassment if you work for
So
free.
so
I know.
can she feel your hair?
No. Violated me. No.
Okay, so
This is great. I
walk
love
me
this.
through this weave. So they can glue it in or sew it in.
Yes.
And yours is sewn in.
Yes.
Now you can have synthetic hair, which is made out of God knows what, and you can have human hair.
Yes.
Okay. And which one? And one of those can be used multiple times. Which one?
Human.
Human hair can be used multiple. Why not synthetic?
Because you can't. Because synthetic, you.
Because it's
you
like
can't-
flowers,
you
like
can't-
real
no,
flowers
you can't
eventually
use it.
die.
Mostly it's for flat iron reasons. That's why. Heat reasons. That's why.
Okay. So do you have real human hairs?
Yeah.
And are they like where do you store them in your house? Like to use for another
me
time?
personally, no, not this time. No.
You don't have any.
No.
So what are you gonna do? How much did you? Okay, that was free.
Yeah.
If you had to pay for it, how much would you have paid for it?
Take a guess, bro. I have a good roundabout number.
Well,
Yeah, you
I
all
want.
should guess.
What's your guess?
I would say easily, 380.
No.
$380?
Yeah.
Or $3.80.
No. If you shop around, this is about 60.
So that's
60
like
to 70.
thrift store
Apparently, I
weave.
was.
It was also in some random Indian woman's house.
If I
Maybe
know
I'm
how to
basing
shop
this-
around, I would say easily.
See, maybe I'm
200
basing.
something.
Maybe I'm basing this DC area.
It's
is where I
200
first
something.
encountered
So like on average, like around $200
Yes.
for one of these things.
Yes.
And that's a synthetic kind.
Yes.
So you pay $200 for something that you have sewn or glued onto your head.
Yeah.
For anywhere between 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
And then you throw it away.
Yeah.
That is the biggest way. No wonder your people are living where they are living
No.
in the projects and can't pay their rent because they spend $200 on something they throw away in 2
In
months.
their defense, keeping up with black hair is very difficult. Okay, it's a
Buckwheat
second
never
job.
had a problem.
Oh no!
Why do you have to keep up with it?
Because it's a job, and no one wants to keep up.
Why
with
are you
it.
ashamed of your beautiful black nappy hair that you have to cover it up with this
Okay,
plastic?
I'm in a rush. I don't want to have to worry about my nappy hair.
Why?
I'm going to go on
Because it's a
record
job.
real quick and say the views expressed by Otter do not necessarily represent the views expressed by held by Project Tech, Morning Show Central, or any affiliate companies.
It's
Don
this-
Thank
Imus
you.
is listening to the show right now going, God damn it, that was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
I'm offended.
It's the same problem. It's the same problem that I have with women, all right, who want to be treated equally, but then when somebody does something that's ungentlemanly to them, they bitch about it. Same thing I have a problem with the gays. They want to be treated equally, yet they want to be treated differently. It's the same thing with the blacks, okay? They want to be treated equally just like everybody else, yet they got to make their hair look like everybody. They got to do these crazy things with their hair. They want to do these little things to fit in. Why? Why can't you just be treated like you for you? Why you got to worry about your nappy hair?
Because
Maybe it's
a
beautiful. Maybe
hassle.
people
if
like
you had
it.
to deal with it, you will understand. It's like dealing with pubic hair every single day.
I wouldn't know about that.
He doesn't have any of that either. That you can tell she doesn't listen to the show.
It's just.
No, I didn't want to straighten my hair before I came here today, and that only took like 5 minutes. So I
Yeah.
can't only imagine.
Yeah, that takes. You said it took you 5 minutes. Try about
Yeah.
a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'd be like,
for me
no.
to straighten my hair.
If your hair is that long, you shouldn't be taking a flat iron to it anyway. You're gonna burn your
no,
head.
It's not just a bit longer.
Well,
I'm
what
just
else is she
saying.
gonna do?
Have you ever grown your hair out
Yeah.
and tried it,
Yeah.
or have you always worn weave?
Both.
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 So what's it like? Okay. So on average, if you grew your real hair out, so like not as long as that,
Okay.
because it would just be like that, right? It wouldn't hang down. It would be here.
How depends on your hair? My hair is not that. It wouldn't be like that.
Your hair's not that nappy, so you shouldn't even have a weave. You should just deal with it. How long would it take you to get your hair ready
If I
on a
did-
regular day?
If I didn't, it would take me about 30, 45 minutes.
Okay, so what do you have to do to that thing?
Nothing.
It doesn't get out of play when
It
you
takes
sleep.
5 minutes. It takes me 5 minutes to deal with this.
So you're saving 40 minutes.
Yes.
So and that's worth $200 to you every couple months.
Yes.
But I know.
Yes.
You don't understand. Black hair is very difficult to maintain.
I do understand. I used to have pubes at one point in my life.
I thought he was going to say you used to have black hair.
I know.
I do
I
understand.
would have much rather him have
You've
said
never-
that.
No.
I do understand. You've never met my daughter.
I just think there's better things you can spend your money on.
When it comes to outcome, like you gotta know where to go, and basically, I know how to shop around. Some other women, if you can't afford it, you just buy a perm. That's all I suggest.
I was so ready for her to quote the gambler just now.
That's the cheapest route. If you can't afford this, then just get a perm and deal with it.
No, the cheapest route is spending the time to do your hair during the day and not being
That
lazy.
takes too long in your day. People are too busy to deal with.
Because then
that.
you're late to work and then you get fired.
So hold on. So you would much rather spend hours upon hours of your day working really hard at a job, saving up your money so you can buy that thing, as opposed to maybe 30 minutes to do the hair.
All right, let me go on record here real quick. I don't have black hair. I don't have long hair.
Good thing you put that on the record.
I don't have hair issues, but feeding my kids in the morning takes about an hour. I would gladly pay $200 every 3 months to have someone deal with that mess every day.
I will also go on record and say I think it's hilarious that we started off talking about how I had a child, and this has become the much more relevant.
Black hair.
Oh yeah, you guys were talking about that.
And I will also point out that I do believe you're both wrong.
And we're 2 minutes over break, and I gotta go.
About what?
The cheapest option is to shave your head.
Yeah, that's what I do.
If you're looking at straight cost, the cheapest option
Well,
is
I
to
want to get
shave it.
married.
So why can't you shave your head?
I'm not shaving my hair because I want to get married. My whole goal in life is to marry a rich white man.
We have similar goals.
I would also like to go on
Because you want to
record.
marry a rich black man?
I'd also like to go on record and say that the views expressed by intern Duracell do not necessarily represent the views of Project X, Morning Show Central, or its affiliate companies.
I think you need a hobby.
I think I need to record that
Semi-normal.
disclaimer.
You have a hobby.
Getting weave.
No.
Do have a hobby, taking hair and sewing it into mine.
Overshadowing Pat's baby girl. That's what his hobby.
I was like, what is somebody at a major life event? Check out my hair.
Hey, they start talking about it. I didn't.
I'm
do
gonna bring
anything.
clippers in next week.
We'll talk about the baby. I promise. Because we really don't have many stories to talk about anyway.
Right.
Not because it's not exciting. Just, what's your idiot nominee?
Mine. Well, we all remember the Olympic Games in China a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had
They cheated.
they got a lot of attention for the opening and closing ceremonies. They're
Yep.
very elaborate, just huge celebrations, and so people have been wondering how the London Olympic Games would top it
Okay.
with their opening and closing ceremonies. So obviously, one of the biggest things we know Britain for
Robbie Williams.
is music in general, their musical history. So it looks like they're going to try to tap into that. As organizers of this summer's London Olympics,
Amy Winehouse hologram.
organizers
Next to the gorillas.
organizers of this summer's London Olympics recently approached manager of the 1960s rock band The Who.
I knew it.
Bill Kerblishley. But I bet you didn't see this part coming. They did approach him, but not to see if the band could play. They approached him to see if drummer Keith Moon would be available. Shut up. To play during the
Shut up. That's not even real. That is so made up.
to play. Kerbishley did make sure to answer the question in a timely fashion. He emailed them back saying Keith now resides at Golders Green Crematorium, having lived up to the Who's anthemic line, "I hope I die before I get old. If they have a round table, some glasses, and candles, we might contact him."
I love it.
Keith Moon, of course, having died in 1978.
I forfeit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm
forfeit.
not even looking for one.
I call shenanigans.
I honestly, I wondered when I saw the article. I was like, "Man," but then I
Were you
found it-
looking for like the Onion somewhere? Like,
Well,
nah,
I was like,
real.
but then when I looked up, I found it on literally like every news site because actually I found it on Yahoo.
Yeah, it's a
My
legit
boss
story.
told me about it on Yahoo News, and then I found other links when I couldn't find it on Yahoo to Huffington Post,
Right.
the Daily Mail, the British newspapers.
Well, we'll try, but I think we found our winner. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, baby news. You listen to Project X.
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
I'm Eric Poston from NeoWeather.com, bringing you your MSC weather forecast here on this Tuesday, April 24th, 2012. Well, after a sunny Tuesday, we'll make our way into a clear overnight as lows will drop to near 40 across the region. Wednesday is shaping up to be quite a nice day with only a few clouds around, mostly sunny skies, highs in the middle 60s. As we make our way into Thursday, we reintroduce an isolated rain chance, but temperatures will remain in the lower 60s. And for Friday, a chance of a few showers late in the day. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 58.
Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you.
Hey, it's Big Daddy from The Marty Allen Show. Catch the replay of The Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern right here on MSC. Now, my show airs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 2 at MartyAllenShow.com. But you can catch the best of The Marty Allen Show every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Morning Show Central. So if you want all the latest sports news, entertainment news, and everything else that's going on in the world, then tune into my show live at MartyAllenShow.com and the best of the replays right here at MorningShowCentral.com. Get MSC and get cooking, baby.
Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Hey, Unsigned Bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, Unsigned Bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. The adrenaline rush.
All you need to do is feel it.
The thrill of victory.
Winning is the only option. The only option. The only option.
And all the locker room chatter.
No. Wrong. Game over.
Get high on sports. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Want to know everything going on with the Browns, the Cavs, the Indians, even the Monsters? These guys know it.
You have the most amazing effect on people.
You know why? They're high on sports. Monday night at 9 p.m.
Then I am in
on MorningShowCentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time.
You know the fresh out of the shower feeling? Yeah, us neither. Project X.
Let me clear this up for people who are either new to the show or haven't been around for a while. If you're listening to the show and you're on the website and you want to get into the chat room, you don't have to register for anything like our old website. You can just type in any random name, so you don't have to you don't have to put in your email address, especially if you don't want girl emailing you for dates later after the show.
Yeah, because I've been known to do that.
Creeper. If you're not already there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Beverage if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide.
And
if you can't sit in front of your computer for 2 hours and you still want to listen to the show, you can listen on your smartphone. There's an app called TuneIn Radio. TuneIn is one word. Space radio. Works on all smartphones. It's free. Search MSC Radio Network. Tuesday nights between 7 and 9, you can hear us on your smartphone. That being said, I have an idiot nominee.
You sure?
Yeah. A tweet landed a wanted woman behind bars. Police arrested Mahogany Mason Kelly.
I read this.
Age 20 at Lamar University on campus Friday after she posted earlier in the week. She tweeted this: "I still got a warrant in Pearland. Those pigs will never catch me. Never." After fingerprint comparisons, police determined Mason Kelly had given police her sister's name during a traffic stop on May 17th in 2011 for a traffic violation and issued a citation to her sister, Turquoise.
So your idiot nominee is their parents?
Magenta and teal.
Right? Computer
Off-white.
check found that Turquoise Mason Kelly had an outstanding warrant for her arrest with the Houston Police Department. She was arrested for the outstanding warrant and was booked into jail in her sister Turquoise's name. Police say Mason Kelly signed the name Turquoise to all documents and continued to pass herself off as her sister. She admitted giving police officers her sister's name when she was arrested. Houston police records also include a mugshot of Mason Kelly in jail that's listed as her sister. She's facing misdemeanor charges of tampering with a government record and giving police a false name.
There's way too many names in this story, just so you know.
Turquoise and Mahogany Mason Kelly. So we started talking about, before we got distracted, about weave. Pat and his wife had their baby last week.
And we're all chipping in to get a weave.
Baby does not need a weave.
I was like, you haven't seen
I've
this
seen
now,
it.
since you're not on Facebook. You haven't seen all the pictures.
No.
That baby came out with a full head of hair.
Which always made me wonder about childbirth. It's uncomfortable as
Does
it
it
is.
tickle?
Right? Like, it's uncomfortable.
That's exactly what he was thinking.
That's exactly what I was thinking. As uncomfortable as it has to be on the woman in her vaginal area. Is there a difference? Can you feel a difference between a baby with a full head of hair and a baby with no hair?
I don't.
Is there friction when there's a full head of hair?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no, because those things are covered in goop when they come out.
And this is true. I didn't think about that.
You get my reference now to grape jello covered in mushroom soup?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
So
Wait. Can we, grape jello covered in mushrooms?
That's what childbirth basically looks like.
have you not watched the videos I told you to watch?
No, I haven't. I have no desire to. I'm sorry. I God bless anyone that has a baby. I do not want one.
After everything you've already watched, you won't watch that.
Yeah.
Can we trick her like we did in previous shows?
I just.
Girl, we've got a video for you to watch.
So let's see. So the 18th, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now the due date you guys thought and confirmed with the doctor, you thought that the baby was going to be born on or around the May 5th area.
There were actually 3 different due dates.
Okay.
In effect, we had May 5th based on date of conception.
Ish. Yeah.
No, not really ish. We're pretty positive about date of conception.
That's the only time they had sex that month. Hi, Kathy.
No. It was literally the first finish.
Oh God.
Her family is very fertile.
Yours too?
So
The first finish.
Yeah, we got 2 out of 3. So
There's a song about that. That ain't bad.
So we were pretty positive on dating conception. So we always had May 5th because that's what we kind of plugged that in.
Yeah, you
generally
did.
That's what she said.
Hi, Kathy.
touche.
That's all, folks. Make sure to tip your waiters.
Pat already did.
No.
Just the tip. That's all you need.
We discussed that last week.
Yep. But so when you go on a due date calculator, most of them just go on date of last
Is there an app for
menstrual
that?
cycle. Actually, yes.
No.
Yeah, there are.
There's more than one. There's a
course.
great many of them. They go on date of last menstrual cycle, but they say if you're that sure on when it happened, plug that in. So that's where we got May 5th from.
Mm-hmm.
When we went for the ultrasound, they always said May 3rd based
Okay.
on development. The doctor had April 30th based on previous menstrual cycle.
Right.
And didn't see anything developmentally to make her say, no, we're going to push it back.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always kind of a window of a week, basically, that we expected. The pregnancy, as we've all known for a while now, has been miserable for her. I mean, she had heartburn with our first, her first with our son. She has just been in and out of the hospital, infections, gastrointestinal, everything you can possibly catch just about. So she went in, we had an appointment. Like we said, we went to the doctor last Monday, or the Monday before that. She checked her, said, you're already starting to dilate. Give it a week, 2 weeks max. And you have the kid. Went in we went in Wednesday because she was cramping, she was spotting, just a lot of, they checked, they said, nope, still 2 centimeters, go home. So we had her, they said, keep your regular appointment with your doctor on Monday. We went to see her. While we were waiting for her in the room, Kathy got sick. Ended up throwing up. And so the doctor came in, and she had it sitting in the little, bowl thing that she used, sitting on the counter. She's like, I don't know if you wanted me to throw that out. And she said, no, well, we have to dispose of it a certain way. But she goes, are you sick again? What came up? Was it, when's the last time you ate? Did you keep any of it down?
Look.
Yeah.
It's right here, Doc.
She was like, no,
I've
been sick pretty much all day, and nothing's staying down. And our doctor's awesome. I mean, one of our early appointments, she raced, my wife and our kid back to the room because she went to take the kid to go use the bathroom. And as she came around the corner, the doctor was coming towards our room. So she was like, hurry up, let's go. And the doctor heard her and started running to the room to beat him there. So I just hear down the hallway, and the door flies open, and here comes our doctor in the room, and I'm just standing there.
Keep the speculum to yourself.
But I mean, she's always so when she said she was getting sick and everything, she just looks at her. She goes, "You just need to deliver already, girlfriend. We need to get the baby."
Metro Hospital, by the way.
But she
does your doctor have a weave?
No, no, not at all. See, it's Metro, but she works in Brooklyn.
So does your doctor have a weave?
But she was like, we just need to go. So she told her we had been in. She goes, well, if you'd come in on Thursday, I was there. I was covering out there. I would have kept you. So she sits down and she's looking at her schedule and looking through stuff. And she goes, well, we'll take a look. We'll see where you're at. She goes, if you should happen to come in Wednesday, I'm covering labor and delivery. So if something should happen and, you should have to come in, I'll probably end up keeping you. So then she went in and did what they call stripping the membrane, which is literally just stripping a membrane that's kind of blocking the water from breaking.
It's also a really bad sequel to Gleaming the Cube.
So she went in and did that to try to, and there was definitely progress from there.
Right.
So then nothing happened Monday, Tuesday. So we went in Wednesday. I went in from 8 to 10 at work just to kind of get stuff open and get stuff ready because it was kind of late notice. So I came home. She had everything packed up, ready to go. When we came home Monday night, I installed the base for the car seat, just got all that ready. We went out there Wednesday, got there, and our doctor wasn't there. We were pretty sure she had said be there by noon. She hadn't been in. She wasn't in. No one had seen her. We're like, crap. We're going to get sent home, man. So they bring in, they check her. They said, nope, you're still, 2-3 centimeters, a good 3 centimeters, which you have to be at 4 for them to keep you.
I was like, I can fix that.
Hold on. So she said, I'll come back and I'll check you in a little. They give you about an hour to see if you're in the progress, in the process of dilating. So I'll be back in a little bit. Nothing.
Did they make you walk?
No.
Dude, Brittany and I
just
spent like 3 hours walking. Because she was so close, she was like 3.5, and they were like, "Okay, we can keep you, but just walk for 3 hours."
No, yeah, the resident we had, who we had seen obviously a few times. The resident actually told us, because we had met her the previous time we were in, and she said she hadn't seen us during the hospital stay with the infections, but she knew who we were. she had heard about us.
Oh, no.
Your reputation.
And well, she goes, your name pops up like on the triage list, and we all kind of hold our breath, what's wrong? But she checked her. She was getting ready to go get the one doctor, and we were like, our doctor said this and that. So she goes, well, I can call her. You want me to just call her? We said, yeah. So she called her. Our doctor picked up. She goes, what? She's there? All right, keep her. I'm on my way in.
This baby's coming out one way or the other today.
So, I mean, and that was probably about 10:30 we got there. So they shifted us over to a birthing room. They said, you're staying. It was really cool. When we went around the corner, it was one of the nurses that the one that actually detected the low heartbeat problem that we had, he was working on over by the birthing room. So we came around the corner. He was like, "Hey, how's it going?" He was so happy. He jumped up, ran over, gave us big hugs.
And the baby popped out.
And that was it. The end. No, we won. So our doctor finally showed up about 2:00,
holding a plunger.
Said, "We'll get it out. Let's go." No, she showed up about 2:00. And she walked in. She goes, "All right, how far along are we? Where are we at? Did they start the Pitocin yet?" Which is a drug they use to induce if you're not already there. And she's like, "No, they said they're running the orders for it, so they were going to try to go, see how it progressed naturally and then do it." Our doctor starts cursing up a storm.
Oh God!
She was like, "That's BS."
You're sure
she's like,
have a lead?
No, if you ever met her, you wouldn't even question it. That's the funny thing.
This is the same doctor that told girl to use vegetable oil for lube.
But she was like, this is the same doctor who, during an appointment, taught our then 7-year-old how to make himself pass out.
Nice.
And we said, when we get the call from the school,
drumming up business,
you're getting the phone call to come in.
Right.
The bill.
The malpractice suit waiting to happen.
She was less than thrilled about the Pitocin not starting. Said, when I say to put them in, and start, that would generally mean start the Pitocin.
We have to take a short break. When we come back, I want to hear about the birth. Because it was either day of that you went in or the day before we knew that you were going in. And I had gotten a text from Brian. And we were taking odds on if you were going to pass out or not.
You guys did post on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what it was. So we're going to hear if indeed you did or not and how gross and or beautiful it was. When we come back from break, you'll listen to Project X.
Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. What is it? It was hot. It's everything in between with your host, Von Erich. Everything in between. Nothing gets me more excited. Monday nights, right here on morningshowcentral.com. Oh my! What's that? We're coming, Little Rock. Are you ready? Hide the wife and lock the doors. Cocaine Energy is coming. Redux Beverages has officially announced the launch of Cocaine Energy in Little Rock, Arkansas. Look for it at your local retailer. And if they don't carry it, tell them they need to stock it. Also available online at drinkcocaine.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Hey, Unsigned Bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, Unsigned Bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Cocaine Energy Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectiphy.com. That's RECTIPHY.com.
Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe, the printer guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Even if you don't think we're funny, we still do. Project X.
If you're not right there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Beverage with K.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide. Before we hear about childbirth some more, Johnny 5, what's your idiot nominee?
It was originally going to be a guy that shot his girlfriend thinking she was a wild boar.
I saw the headline for that
That
story.
says a lot about your girlfriend.
However, I'm changing that now. I'm nominating Girl, you, me, and Rooster for not finding the Keith Moon story
and using
and derailing Pat.
Yeah.
It's the only chance you have at winning.
He's first, though. Wouldn't that matter anyway?
No, that only happens with you. We collaborate, the rest of us.
We all double check before the show to make sure we don't have the same one.
Yeah. Unrelated, it's happy birthday to Gideon's son back today, too. The inventor of the zipper.
Yeah, I was.
That's why they
wondering why Google had. Yeah.
I was trying to get it to do an animation. I clicked on it. It just went to information about him. I was like, what? I was waiting for the zipper.
No, you have to actually pull it down.
Well, the problem is I was on my phone. So
you want to see it? I have it pulled. I mean, I can.
I'm sure I can just pull it up on this screen.
Because I just pulled it off. I was like, what the hell is this? There you go.
Zipper. Mm-hmm. Childbirth. So you guys are in. Doctor's cursing.
Yeah, we're in. She cursed out, and she said, we're going to start Pitocin, and I'm going to break your water. So she went in manually, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just like a big stick. Mm-hmm. And she goes in there and goes, and breaks her water.
Did you hear it? Did you hear the pop?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
Yeah, I didn't. I was too busy trying to keep her from screaming out in pain when
it happened with our second one, where they went in to check, and Brittany's water broke while they were checking. Oh, so the poor nurse got it all up her sleeve and everything else. But it's a very audible.
But that was, I mean, we went on for a while because that was right after she got there, and they started the Pitocin. And she started feeling the contractions, and she said, okay, now I understand that the ones I was feeling at home were not labor contractions because these hurt way worse.
Right.
And they were fairly close together, spaced out enough, but getting closer. They were checking her, and she wasn't making a lot of progress. She was getting up over 40. So it was a few hours. She finally went and
what do you guys do in that time?
Like it's just hanging out in the room.
Like you just lay there and
we played on our phones.
She gets checked every now and then. You
Every
guys play
once in a
poker
while,
on your phones together.
As she, as something feels like it's progressing, she says, she'll call and they'll come in and check.
Because I'm pretty sure I have the Zynga poker app on my phone, and I'm pretty sure while Kathy was in labor, she leveled up. In the I got the notification like Kathy's level 30 now in Zynga poker, and I'm like, aren't you on your back having a kid right now?
No, I mean, and it's literally you're during contractions and all that until the kid's coming. It's a lot of sitting around. And
did she level up with a full house?
Pair of twos. But we
kings and queens.
So it's literally just hanging out. The funny thing is we didn't turn the TV on until about 8 o'clock because she wanted to make sure to catch. She realized that Betty White's Off the Rockers was on, so she turned that on.
It's a good show, dude.
It's fantastic. But she didn't get to enjoy a lot of it. She was, go through a lot. And she
really, she couldn't enjoy that. I mean,
yeah, she was having trouble. She laughed at some, but
God, what was she in labor or something?
She and the doctor kind of talked her out of getting the epidural early, not getting it entirely, but she was talking about it, and the doctor's like, "What? You can handle it, can't you? You're good." She was like, "No." So then she finally calls for it. She's finally like, "All right, I can't take the contractions anymore. They're too bad." Because then our nurse, Dean, the guy that gave us big hugs and was so happy to see us, he says, "No, not that Dean. Oh. Different Dean than the one that's in the chat room."
How do you know? That just says Dean.
Because of who else, his wife is also in the chat room, so I know who that is.
Okay. Fair enough.
Plus, I have no idea how he would have heard of the show.
You mean you weren't passing out cards?
I didn't take the business cards in with me.
Damn you, Pat.
But he
way to blow an opportunity.
He was like, whenever, just let me know. So she finally called for it after a little while. She toughed it out as long as she could. And so the guy comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, it was actually a woman came in first, and she's going through all the information and she's getting ready, and she says, she's like, all right, we did this, and running through all the questions, and she's getting all set, and the doctor comes in, and she's like, I finally called for it. She's like, I'm actually going to have to ask you to wait a little longer. She goes, I've got a girl over in the other room that is 29 weeks and is like, she's trying to check her, and she's already like 3 inches, and she keeps pushing. She won't listen to her to not push.
So Pat runs into the other room, and he's like, dude, stop! What's wrong with you?
So, of course, Kathy's like, well, I can't argue. Go take care of that by all means. This sucks, but she's definitely worse off than me. Go.
Can't we do this side by side? Just bring her in, man.
So she went over to that, so we had to wait around a little bit longer, and they came in. And I was all set to be the good husband and comforter, and the guy's like, did they tell you can't be in the room for this? Because you can't. I was like, oh.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, the epidural. Yeah.
So I went out in the hallway. I was like, well, I'll just hang out here. And he kind of wandered out while I was reading stuff. He's like, yeah, why don't you just go out to the waiting room? And he said, it's going to be about 20, 25 minutes. So I was
wow,
like,
really? To get an
okay.
epidural?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, especially when they poke you in the back 6 times trying to get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like having a spinal tap,
Why?
but there's a sweet spot that they have to hit, and most people can't do it.
Why can't he be in the room? That's kind of upsetting.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a full anesthesia team in
Yeah.
the room with her. It gets really crowded, and he is not sterile.
Oh, I'd be
Obviously.
I'd be freaking out. Oh my gosh.
I wasn't because they've obviously
No.
multiple times
I mean,
we've been in there.
if I were Kathy, I'd be freaking
Oh.
out.
Well, if you were Kathy, Pat would be freaking out.
Son of a, how drunk was I? Multiple times.
Ugh.
I didn't think my liver was that big. Oh,
So she finally did get that, and so that got her through. But it was another couple hours, and then finally she was like, I'm feeling a lot of pressure. So she called the nurse, and he came in and checked, and he said, all right, we're at 4 or 5, and they said, if we get to 7, then we'll call, because our doctor actually left. Her shift was up, and she lives 45 minutes away.
Mm.
So she said, but she came in and introduced one of the guys that's one of her partners in the practice or in Metro there in the department, said if I can't make it, he's going to go ahead, and introduced him. And so he was like, they're like, well, if we hit 7, we'll call her and tell her to come in. They checked. She was at 6. And they're like, okay, well, so she's like, I just keep
Listen,
feeling
if you call her now, by the time she gets here, it'll be at 7.
Well, and that's the funny thing. She was like,
I promise I'll do jumping jacks. Just get her the hell in.
She was like, I keep feeling like I have to pee. And they're like, there's a catheter in. You shouldn't feel like you have to pee.
Right.
That should be taking care of it.
Right.
That's pressure from baby.
And she was like, they're like, you're kidding. So they call, and he goes, and the nurse goes to call. He's like, you know what? I can just check. So he checks, and he's like, we're at 8.
Pitocin, baby.
So he's, getting on the phone, and he's like, all right, we're going to call her. We're going to see. So they got on the phone and called. And, in the meantime, the doctor came back in to check and came back in with the nurse, and they're checking, and they're like, she's complete and +1, which means the baby is getting into position.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm out. So they're like, yeah, she's complete and +1. So,
get a court.
Dr. Schubeck said, Dr. Schubeck was like, I'm still 40 minutes away. So, can you take care of it and just go ahead and don't make her hold up until
Right.
So
I'm sorry, it's going to be another couple hours.
So he's like, all right, we're going to start it. We're going to start pushing. We're going to see where it's at. Which I also was under the impression that I'd be standing towards the head of the bed. And, and just
buddy.
making sure, talking, being soothing, being the good husband.
Right. Did I forget to warn you about that?
No. The nurse grabs her right leg, and he says, all right, Daddy, grab the other one and hold it like this. So you put the base of their sole of their foot in the palm of your hand. Mm-hmm. And he's like, when she pushes, you push back. So they just have her grab the back of her thighs, and when they push, it's push.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to keep her from just kicking. My arm was so dead by the time the baby was there.
I forgot to warn you about that part, dude.
I was like, because Kathy had said, she's like, hopefully you don't see too much down there because you'll probably never want to touch me again. And I was like, I didn't really have a choice because I was right there holding
bring
her
out
leg.
like force blinders.
But they were like, all right, we'll go ahead and push and we'll see where we're at. And she pushes once, and then they're like, all right, give me another one. And the doctor he's like, okay, she's crowning. And he's not even doesn't have his gown and everything on yet. Oh. So he's literally running across the room, grabbing his gown, trying to throw it on. He's like, all right, don't push anymore. Don't push. Hold on. He's throwing it on. He's getting the gloves on. All the residents come running in, and one of them was going to help him deliver, and he was going to, be showing her how you cradle the baby when she comes out and everything.
Did he have a top hat and a little white horn?
Well, they're taking their time. And they she's getting the gown on, and the other one's tying it up right. And finally he's like, this isn't a sterile procedure. He's like, all that stuff's just for your protection. Hurry up and get over here. Because he's already beneath her, like
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, exactly, waiting for the snap to come. So he's like, all right, we're going to push. And you could tell it was starting to kind of blow her out. The pushing was getting harder each time for her, and she was having more trouble. But we're like, no, seriously, she thinks I'm just being encouraging. All right, you can do it. Keep going. And I'm like looking down and seeing the head going, no, seriously, keep pushing. You're almost done. Like the baby is almost here. Just keep pushing. Don't give up.
Sit on her stomach.
The bubble has eyes.
So, and we figured out the next day, it was roughly 8 minutes between start of pushing and baby is out.
Is that fast?
Yeah.
That's extremely fast.
That's second kid fast.
Well, because that's what they said right along all day, is they were like, you're not really progressing, but eventually your body's going to remember. Eventually, once everything starts progressing, your body's going to remember what it needs to do to have this kid.
It's like riding a bike.
And that's exactly what the nurse made the example.
Just a little more
He said
painful.
eventually it's going to be like riding a bike. Your body's going to remember, and
You're going to start pedaling in the air.
It's about right, too, actually.
Well, and then the whole time I'm holding her leg. I'm holding it, trying to keep her from trying to figure out what's going on, trying to talk to her. And I realized I'm looking across at the other leg, trying to figure out where it's supposed to be positioned.
Did you have the same thought I did during that whole process and be like, hey, this is how we got into this position?
No, I wasn't. I was a little more centered then.
Rookie.
But, yeah. I'm looking and I'm realizing I'm not really holding this leg where I should be, because she's about to kick somebody in the head if they're not careful. I've just about got it resting on someone's shoulder. So I'm positioning it and I'm looking back at her to make sure she's okay and trying to. And the whole time, because we were part of a study for a new type of monitor, like an internal fetal monitor. Instead of normally with a fetal monitor, they strap it around you and it reads through it. They were testing, they were doing a study of a new internal one that clips onto the baby's scalp, and they can get the EKG along with the heart rate and everything.
Okay.
So it gives them a better reading of just distress on the baby to delivery and everything. So we're like, yeah, sure, we'll be part of it. They're gonna pay us $50 for it, whatever.
Not clipping anything onto my head. I don't care.
We can do it. They told us the dangers. We were like, all right, none of that sounds horrible.
I haven't eaten 4 hours, dude, and that cafeteria smells really good. I could use the $50.
So they,
yeah, was that up front, or did you get that in a check 2 weeks later?
It's a check down the line. But so there's a woman that's part of that who's got to gather certain data and got to, for their information. So she keeps pushing behind me in a very small area behind me to put stuff down. So I'm holding the leg, trying to keep Kathy from kicking anyone in the head or knocking anybody out or blowing anything out when she's pushing. And this woman just keeps bumping me. As she walks by, I'm holding the leg and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, okay. Did you have to choose the smallest area possible to squeeze through?
Wow, that sounds a lot like how you got in that position, too.
I'm like, we're already having that issue over here.
We were 9 months ago, we were bumping into each other, and I was trying to squeeze into a spot that really...
But we figured out the next day, it was roughly 8 minutes from beginning to baby's born. And and they come out and they're covered in all kinds of stuff.
Did you watch her come out?
I saw a good amount of it because I looked down and I saw the head coming out. And my first thought was I saw the hair, because we literally, I think Monday night we're laying in bed.
At this point, you're like hoping, oh my God, I hope this is head first.
We literally were laying in bed like Monday night. And Kathy was like, I kind of hope the baby's not bald. Like, I hope she has hair. And, I was like, it's a baby. Who cares if it's bald? That's kind of normal for it to be bald.
The baby can still lose some of the hair. It takes about
absolutely.
6 weeks.
But, it was a full head of hair that this baby came out with.
Did you get queasy?
No.
You were okay the whole time?
Yeah. I didn't have time to. That's the whole thing. With it only being 8 minutes.
Sure.
I didn't have time to even worry or freak out.
Like, afterwards, did you start to feel queasy? Like, after the adrenaline rush calmed down?
Because I don't know. The adrenaline rush didn't calm down, honestly, until probably 2 hours later. Because my mom had been wanting to be there, and I was like, finally, you're not going to be in the delivery room. If you want to go hang out in the waiting room, you're more than welcome to.
I did that too.
But we'll come get you when it's, I said, or we live 10 minutes away. I'll text you, right? And you can get up here.
I'll scream out the delivery room window.
So she came up and went to Dairy Queen and got an ice cream cake for us to give to the nurses and doctors and everything, and a piece for me. Damn right, I kept a piece for me.
Where the hell's our cake?
But she came up and she was in the waiting room, or she came up. I think she didn't make it even before, because I was like, you can hang out in the waiting room and just let them know, you'll be okay. And she didn't even make it in before the baby was there. She was like, okay, I'm on my way. And baby was born, I think, before she even got to the Dairy Queen drive-thru. But they had me cut the cord, and they literally make it so they make it completely dummy-proof. Like, they clip, and then they clip probably about 6 inches away, if that. And they're like,
anywhere in there.
They're like cut right between those two. So I was like, all right, I can't really screw that up.
It's a good thing you're not me, because I would have been the dick, like all shaky. Like, wait, here.
So they took the baby across the room to do the weighing. First of all, because the baby screams because she's freezing.
Right.
She's been in this very warm environment. So they take him over and they put it right under a heater, like in a warmer.
It's a French fry table.
Yeah, basically. That's exactly what
it really is.
They're cleaning her off and they're wrapping her. So I'm
not
sitting
a deep
there.
fryer. Let's clarify. Not a deep fryer.
No, it's like
the warmer afterwards.
It is like a big plexiglass version of the French fry warmer you see at McDonald's, man.
But but I'm standing there and they take the baby over, and I look down at Kathy and she's like, "No, go take pictures." She's like, "Go," and I was like, "Oh, okay, hold on, let me get my phone." And my phone was like buried beneath that same woman's equipment and computer and stuff.
At this point, you hate that lady. You're kicking her. Get the crap out of the way.
I hate pictures of my kid. Move. So I scrambled over and started. We're taking pictures there, and once they got her weighed and measured and did all that, and then they let me take her over. Obviously, once they got Kathy all cleaned up. Mm-hmm. That was the part that, I turned around at one point and I was like, oh, I guess that's the part I'm not supposed to see. Because there's just red everywhere.
That's when the cow heart comes out. Yeah.
And I turned around and I was like, oh, God. They're cleaning her up and I was like, oh, my God.
And Kathy's like, hurry up, take pictures.
Wrong way.
Not the front-facing cam.
Did your doctor, your delivery team do the same Marx Brothers routine that mine did? And as soon as the baby came out, everybody took a step back for the complete washout?
No, I didn't. Not that I noticed.
It was a 1, 2, 3. Everybody protect your shoes.
No, because they scooped. They scooped the baby up. They start cleaning. And there were just a million people doing tender. I mean, they've got it down. When that baby comes out,
I would hope
because,
so.
You look at Kathy and go, what the hell just happened?
I think there were 15 people in the room, and they all went to precise locations and grabbed things and clipped things. And
do we have a kid yet? Are you still
waiting? They were in the other room Xing and Oing on a board.
Wait,
before.
Did I even climax yet?
I thought one of you guys should be the offensive coordinator for the Browns. You are way more coordinated than they are. But they did. I mean, it was just real quick. And that's when they were like, all right, snip it. All right, go that way. And, my wife's yelling at me, go take pictures.
And she was in the hospital for what, a day, 2 days after that?
2 days. You spend for a basic delivery. C-section, they say 3 days. 2 days for vaginal.
Now, I know when I had dogs.
Because it's completely the same thing.
Yeah, that works the same.
And you posted pictures of your son when he finally got to meet your daughter.
Yes, yeah, because it was because he was down at the grandparents, and then I finally went and picked him up Thursday afternoon. Because my mother-in-law wasn't feeling well, so they didn't want to come up.
Right.
So we'll just keep him. We're like, no, he's going to school tomorrow, so I'm coming down and getting him. He's going to meet his sister, and he's going to school tomorrow.
Right. He's not exempt. Nothing happened. Now,
he wasn't the one on the hospital table.
if you have a dog that you've had for a while and you get a new puppy, you got to you got to ease them into the meeting. You got to let the new dog and the old dog sniff each other and kind of get acquainted with each other so it's not territorial and anything like that. Do you have to do that with the baby? Was Ty did he come in and he saw how you guys were doting over the baby?
He's started sniffing around. Yeah.
No, he starts growling and he's like, "Come on, dude! I haven't seen you guys for 3 days. Seriously."
No, he's been excited right along to be a big brother and for everything.
He has somebody to share socks with.
And no,
hi Kathy, or mittens or whatever.
I would say her socks would be like thumb covers on him. He fought coming home just because of the I don't have to go to school side of it. He wanted to stay at Grandma and Grandpa's because he knew that meant no school.
I have plenty of time to meet my sister, dude. Just let me miss a day or two of school.
Like, no, because originally it was because he got on the phone with Kathy Thursday morning, and it was, come pick me up. Is Pat going to come pick me up so I can meet the baby? And then, well, I don't really want him to pick me up, but could he bring my Xbox down? And we're like, no, we're not taking your Xbox down because you're not staying longer. Because if he goes for the weekend or for an extended period, we'll send the Xbox with him to Grandma and Grandpa's so he doesn't drive them nuts if he can't go outside and play. But no, he came in and...
Oh, no, see, that's the wrong thing to do, man, because they're going to buy the baby and him, like, all the noisy toys. So you send them with nothing.
With nothing.
You send them with,
Use
like,
it all.
A Mad Libs book and a half a number 2 pencil.
That's broken.
Yeah.
It's the wrong end.
It doesn't have an eraser or the lead.
But no, he was all kinds of excited when I picked on. He was actually mad that it took me so long because I stopped and got lunch on the way down.
Right.
That
How
he was
dare
calling,
you eat?
He was calling her asking where I was. Because I was going to pick him up and get lunch on the way, and she was like, no, my mom's feeding him. Just stop and get something for yourself.
Sure.
And there's Chick-fil-A on the way, so I was like, all right, cool. So I stopped and ate, but he was sitting on the porch with their house phone in his hand. Nice. What took you so long? And the next thing was, is the baby cute?
No.
Yes. Yeah. So he came in and immediately wanted to hold her, and we had to get him to sit down and show him how to hold his arms, obviously. Right. He's like, I've held babies. I was like, not this young, you haven't. You need to listen.
And before I know we're getting ready to take off, I do have a piece of advice for Ty. The phrase is, it's a bouncing baby boy or bouncing baby girl, but buddy, babies don't actually bounce.
Unless you have a trampoline.
But mom and dad do get really pissed if you try, so...
So everybody's home and healthy and happy now.
Yeah, we spent the minimum time in.
What are measurements of the baby? Well, not now, when she came out.
It came out, it was 20 inches, 7 pounds, 9 ounces.
I've been there.
And it's 7 pounds, 1 ounce as of our first appointment yesterday. So
been there, too.
That's perfect.
That's right where, it's right where she should be, and she'll work her way back up to birth weight.
Right. Well, congratulations, and seriously, to everybody in the family and the extended families. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be a dead mother, whether you like it or not. Girl, what's your idiot nominee before we go to break?
My idiot is a financial firm accidentally sent out an email that made the entire company believe they were being fired. The email spelled out the requirements of the employee's confidentiality agreement and included the line, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you and wish you all the best for the future. The email was actually meant for one specific person who was leaving the company, but a computer mistake led to the message being sent to everyone in the company. It took 30 minutes. And later, a second email went out apologizing for the mistake and clarifying no one was fired.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back,
except Milton burnt down everything.
We
should have given him back a stapler.
We have some stuff to talk about. Also, idiot nominee from Rooster, brand new top 13 from Johnny 5, advice for Pat. We'll be back after a short break. You listen to Project X.
Project X Show.
Driven by porn. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern.
Right here on Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Project X Show.
Live on MorningShowCentral.com.
If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. You can become a member by logging on to lovecocaine.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Pete P99 Technologies.
Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating.
Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers.
That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999,
P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider.
Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee.
No questions asked.
For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence
with honest and expert customer service.
P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more,
Guitar Center has you covered.
Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade.
With the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area.
They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them.
You should too.
Need to know more?
Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC. And you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
We now return to the show that's better than 2 hours with a hooker. Well, better priced at least. Project X.
you're not there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Now with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide. I'm not going to lie, I haven't read any of these stories.
So when did you cry?
When the baby was out.
Yeah, every father cries, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. When the baby was out.
Because people can give me crap all they want to, but every father goes through it. You'll find out one day.
I thought you were asking if I was crying about not reading the stories. I was confused for a second.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't that big a deal.
Baby was out, and I was like, oh, tearing up.
For how long?
Not very. Not, it wasn't it wasn't like a sobbing or hard cry. It was literally tearing up.
Yeah.
What,
kind of like at the end of Rocky.
Are you taking the majority of the baby duties to kind of let Kathy settle down a little?
Is
she breastfeeding?
She was. You
But the
weren't in
hair
here
kept
for that
tickling her.
conversation earlier. No, she was, but it was an extremely painful process. We had, like I said, we had the first appointment with our doctor yesterday. That's also the baby's doctor. And she was all set that he was gonna just ream her because she gave up on it the other night, and we switched to formula. Probably Saturday night, I think.
That's about right.
And she was all set. Thought for sure. I mean, it was a later Saturday night, but Saturday night thought for sure he was gonna give her a hard time, and he was like, "Good." He said there's women that are so militant that they'll just keep forcing themselves to do it and be miserable, while they're feeding the baby. And what kind of relationship is that with your child if, during your most intimate moment with her,
resenting her.
you're just pissed and and in pain. And he was like, so, no, that's fine. He was like, everything about her looks healthy, so.
Well, I posted on your wife's Facebook page because she posted a status update saying that you were coming to the show, and I didn't know. I kind of thought maybe you were because you didn't text and say that you weren't coming.
And that's the funny thing is throughout the day, I told her, like, early this morning, I told her, I was like, I'm just waiting to get the text from Honor to ask if I'm coming or not, because I never really said either way. And I got one from you, and I thought for sure that's what it was, and it wasn't. It was about the UFC press conference. And I said, so when you reacted the way you did on her status, I was like, he must have just assumed I wasn't coming and didn't think twice to ask.
I mean, I wasn't going to, you just had a baby.
So,
I was going to be like, if he's not going to come, he'll text me, and if he doesn't, he doesn't, whatever. I was joking when I said last week was your only week off for the baby.
See, he was joking when he said
Even though you didn't
because
need
you're
it
the
off.
co-host. But when my first was born, he meant it. You better be in here next week.
Of course. Well, yeah, because you forget that when you're not here, it's more work for him.
Yes.
That's true.
If you don't do an intro, that means he's got to do it,
And unfortunately,
or find an old one to use.
Unfortunately, both of my kids were born on Tuesday nights.
So you're taking baby duty. You're splitting. You're being fair.
It's been pretty split. Well, I mean, she just won't let me take it myself. I keep trying to get her because she wasn't sleeping, for 3 days before the baby came.
Right.
So it's been a good couple weeks since she's gotten a good night of sleep.
Because she's storing up, dude. In about 5 days' time, you're gonna wake up and she's gonna be perched in the refrigerator saying, "There is no Kathy, only Zool," and you're gonna have to.
Eggs are gonna be frying on the shelves.
Yeah, you're gonna have to step up right then and there, buddy.
So I kept trying. So even last night, because I told her, I said, the one thing that's coming back to bite me in the ass is I've always, been okay with watching people's kids and taking care of kids, but the one thing I never did was change diapers. I always said, until it's my kid, I'm not changing the diaper.
Right.
That's not I'll play with the kid, I'll watch the kid, I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not doing diapers until my own kids.
Sure.
And newborn poop is the worst.
So,
actually, it's not that bad.
What do you know about it?
I would say newborn poop is not the worst.
I mean,
I'm
the oldest. I know plenty about it.
I've been around soiled baby diapers.
No, 2-year-old
newborn
is the
yeah,
worst.
I would
Wait a
say
minute.
newborn poop is nothing.
I'm also the oldest, and I never had anything to do with my little brother's diapers.
Yeah, me either.
I changed them.
I'm the oldest. I never had a
How
problem.
far apart are you and your siblings?
Well, 10.
Were you
with the-
changing
well,
diapers
yeah,
at like 5?
10 with the youngest. I mean, not the one that's only 2 years younger than me, but my
You were 10 years
youngest-
old changing a diaper?
Yeah.
That explains so much. All right. Go ahead, Dad.
But Kathy's been doing them all. I've been checking her and changing her and everything. And then last night I was so set because I knew if I went up and I got her, because then we got her in the bassinet. She woke up the other night, and I took her down to feed her. I said, no, you need sleep. You stay down, So fed her, got her to fall back asleep, thought, all right, because she slept for a good 2 hours in the bassinet. So I was like, all right, I can put her back down, and I'll lay back down. Put her back down, laid back down. This is probably an hour and a half or so after I'd gotten, hour and a half, 2 hours after I got out. She's fussing and moving and stuff. So Kathy's like, I'll just take it, you stay in bed. And every time she does it, I'm like, you're not staying down there all night. Like, sure enough, 5 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and she's still downstairs with the baby. And I'm like, this isn't the way it's supposed to work. Like,
Right.
You need sleep. You haven't been sleeping.
She will be perched in the refrigerator.
But that was the night that she was like, no, I got like 3 hours. I'm wide awake. I'm like, really? So last night I was like, all right, I'm just going to take the first one, and I'm just not coming back upstairs.
Right.
Because I know the baby's not going to stay asleep. I'm not coming back. I'm staying down here with her. I'll put her in the mama room because she'll sleep in that, and then I can fall asleep in the chair eventually. So I was down there for a good few hours, and she got up and used the bathroom stuff and came downstairs and kicked me upstairs because I was just exhausted at that point. Because, I mean, this was 2 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I still hadn't, the baby was asleep in the mama room, but I hadn't fallen asleep yet. And she was like, go, you need to go to sleep right now, trust me. Sure enough, stayed down there until I got up the next morning.
So did you change any diapers yet?
Well, I did last night because I was so dead set. I knew if I went and got her that she'd kick me upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I go get her for anything, she's going to make me stay up here and say she's taking the baby and that she's going to stay down there till 6 in the morning and not sleep anymore. So I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm staying. So tried feeding the baby. I said, especially, that was my excuse. I was like, you're not breastfeeding anymore. So I don't, I was like, you're not breastfeeding anymore. So I don't have to wake you up because I couldn't, when she was breastfeeding, I couldn't just be like, well, I'm watching the baby all night and you sleep.
Right.
Because when she got hungry, she had.
Don't worry, I'll just come up and lift up your shirt and slap the kid down.
Wow.
Let's see if this works the other way around.
I'll pick him up in
nothing.
So I was like, we're doing formula now, so there's no reason. I'll just make a bottle and give it to her. So I fed her, and she's been really good about the only time she gets pissed if she's cold. So like when Kathy goes to change her, she gets pissed, and when she's hungry.
That's when I get pissed.
I know. I was gonna say she sounds pretty cool to me.
When Oof changes you get pissed. Yep. It's those nights after the really long, or the mornings after the really long nights.
Yep.
But she. Otherwise, she's completely calm. I mean, otherwise, she's basically been sleeping for the most part, but completely calm when she's laying there. She laid there when I was holding her for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours yesterday because she's finally getting to the point that she's keeping her eyes open for extended periods and just laid in my lap and stared at me for like 2 hours.
Stop it. What are you doing, creep?
I'd look down and be like, okay, I'd go back to doing stuff. And
do you think
I'd
Daddy
look down
can win a
again and I'm like,
contest?
she's still looking at me.
Makes it really awkward in that 6 weeks that you can't have sex and you're trying to beat off.
Stop looking at me.
She's going, but Daddy, you could win a contest.
But so I was dead set. I was like, all right, well,
Her
maybe
eyes focus as well.
So she started crying, and it wasn't. I just fed her not that long ago, so I was like, there's no way I'm giving her a bottle. So I was like, well, maybe the diaper's really bad and she needs change. So I went to change it, and the problem is the umbilical cord's still there.
Yeah, that
and
little
you can't.
weird
That's
nubbin.
creepy, buddy.
Yeah,
It's
like a little piece
really
of poop
creepy.
nubbin.
Because they dye it, so you know where. So
Ugh.
when it falls out, you can find it basically.
Yeah.
But so that's why it did. I always assumed it just naturally did it because it wasn't connected anymore. No, they dye that. That's why it turns black like that. But but so I was like, all right.
Whose job is that?
To dye it?
How do you get that job? Is that like a cosmetology
Actually,
job?
you know what? Neither one of ours were. It was just this weird light gray color. We had to.
Anytime I've seen one, it was like poop, like a little piece of dark brown black poop.
But so I was like, all right, I'm gonna change. I was like, I'm not going to get Kathy because if I wake her up to change the diaper, she's gonna make me stay up here. She's gonna take the baby and claim to me that she'll come back up in a couple hours and then stay down there all night.
Right.
You need to Kathy Bates James Hahn her, dude. Hobble her.
So if I show up tomorrow, if you get a call from me tomorrow that says, "Do you have a sledgehammer by any chance?" Don't give it to me.
I'm doing this for your own good. You stay here for 3 weeks.
Do you have a sledgehammer and/or block of wood?
Childbirth was bad.
I'll bring you a couple reams of paper and a typewriter, and you'll be fine.
But so I was like, all right, I'll just change the damn diaper. And it was wet. I mean, I don't think that's why she was fussing, but it was pretty significantly wet. But then I'm trying to get it on her, and our kid has strong legs and will not straighten them out. She'll kick, she'll flail, you know. So she's pulling. I'm trying to pull the leg to get it in place and trying to fold it over so I'm not putting it over the umbilical cord. So when she came down, she was telling her mom even this morning. She was like, I felt so bad for him. He seemed so defeated. Because I was like, oh, by the way, I changed the diaper, or at least tried to. I don't know. You know, I was like, I'm sure I did a horrible job. I was like, it looks like it's covering her.
When you take the onesie off the kid, don't be startled when you see duct tape.
I was just going to say that. I just used my old T-shirt and some duct tape.
I was like,
it's fine.
It's covering all the right areas, but I don't know that it's going to hold up. Which apparently I did find out it did, because it was a bad diaper, the next one.
Right.
And she was like, nope, it kept everything. Because I was waiting for it to just blow right through the diaper.
Well, that was your first mistake. You see, what you have to do is do it the complete, like, the upside down, sideways.
So that way she's like, just give me the baby.
Exactly.
Never change the diaper again.
However, there's a flaw to that. Because at about 4 months, when your kid starts eating solid foods, you have an automatic out. So whenever Kathy walks into a room and goes, oh my God, I'd be like, I just changed a diaper? Whether or not it's true, I just changed a diaper. So you need to learn how to do it. Or you look at her and go, guess who it was?
It's our new favorite game. Me or the baby.
You've got two men and a baby sitting here. Guess.
Triply is fun if you have a dog.
Oh, no.
The dog's blaming it on the baby. Yeah. You're blaming it on the dog.
And meanwhile, the 7-year-old sitting back laughing at you both. But you're so sleep deprived, you're not even sure if you did or not.
I changed it at work because what I told her the other day, what I had actually told her earlier that night was, I swear I'm not, because she's never even questioned. She just takes the baby and changes the diaper. It's never been an issue. But I was like, you know, once the umbilical cord falls off, I was like, it really freaks me out that I'm going to do it wrong and mess it up and hurt her. And I was like, once that falls off, you can show me how to change the diaper and I'll do it. I have no problem. I was like, I'm a little worried doing it with the umbilical cord. So sure enough, that night I did it anyway.
It's really not that bad.
Well, no, but I was so defeated by that child. I literally was dropping my head on the couch going, just stop. Of course, this was also 1:30 in the morning, you know, when I hadn't been to bed yet.
Right.
And I'm just going, stop, please. I don't want to put the damn
You're
diaper
crying
on
more
you.
than the baby.
I'm 5'11", 235. You're not even 8 pounds yet.
Like, just let me put the damn diaper
We should
on.
put you in a ring with John Jones. Jesus Christ.
If I can make a suggestion, I think what you should start doing as early as you can possibly do it, as we've talked about on the show many times, how you're a notoriously picky eater. If you want to kind of get away from that with her, if you can maybe like mix a little ketchup in with the formula.
I thought you were going to say turn her into.
No, you don't want her to go through that. You want her to enjoy food.
It'll make shopping really easy.
Yeah, just get 3 things all the
Especially
time.
when she hits about 6.
Yeah, 4 to 5 months is the window for that, buddy.
I was like 6 years old. She'll be set. We can just buy the same foods.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
Did you get chicken nuggets?
This isn't a shopping list. This is a McDonald's menu. What the hell?
Give me burgers, chicken nuggets.
Boston Market is your friend.
Which, by the way, totally off topic. But speaking of shopping lists, I have this thing where if I get holes in my socks, I don't wear them anymore.
You too.
Unless they're like really, really small holes. I throw them out immediately. But I have a habit where I usually don't buy my own socks and underwear like my wife does that. So
you had no clue what you were looking for?
As I'm just like, well, I hadn't even gone shopping. So it's like the past couple weeks, it's been this problem where like if like we have laundry downstairs and my wife will go to get clothes for herself, she'll know that I don't have any socks in my drawer, so she'll try to grab me socks. And she's like, you know, we just did laundry. There are no socks in your drawer, and I can't find any socks for you. And you have like literally 3 pairs of socks left that we have to keep washing every 3 days. And I had a dream this morning that I had gone shopping, and she made me a list to go, and it was like grocery shopping. And I was like, okay, so lettuce, and I got the lettuce, and I'm pushing around the cart, and I get down like under hamburgers, and I see socks. And in my dream, like I was elated and started jumping around the store, skipping with my cart because I was so happy to go buy socks. But then I get to the socks, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. My sizes, and so like I pick up socks that I go to put in my cart, and I look at them, and there's purple writing. on the toe, and some lady's looking at me. She's like, "You're in the wrong section, dude. These are women's socks." I'm like, "Why aren't they by the men's socks?" I don't understand. So I had to go to the other half of the store to find the men's socks, and it was a whole ordeal. But I was really happy to see socks on my shopping list, my dream shopping list.
That's why I told Brittany.
That's how exciting my life is.
Well, see, that's why I told Brittany at one point, if we ever hit the lottery, I'm buying 365 pairs of socks each year.
Sure.
Because then we never have to wash them again.
They're a pain in the ass. I hate.
Well, it's not just that, dude. New socks are probably one of the best feeling things in the
true.
entire world. To slip on a new pair of socks, especially like at night.
Here's what I've discovered. I don't wear normal ones anymore. My wife, working in the field she works in, diabetic socks.
Try again.
They're awesome, right?
Oh,
those like
phenomenal.
compression socks?
Yeah, well, I do have my dress ones for work are compression.
Which are even
These
better.
ones are just diabetic, so it's the toe and the heel are cushioned and designed to like soak up any sweat and odor that you give off, and there's like a real mild compression in the instep, like in the middle of your foot.
Huh.
I like
They're
the sound
phenomenal.
of
So comfortable.
I'm actually thinking about buying compression socks for while we're here because it's a concrete studio floor.
So after being on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, we were able to muddle through that without having to go to stories that I didn't read.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was going to say J5 saved you on that with that one small question.
Yep.
Did you cry?
Thank you for that. Again, I have to work less when he's here. Rooster, what's your idiot nominee?
All right, mine comes out of Missouri, St. James, Missouri. A man by the name of Scott M. Davis Jr. Was hanging out with his son and his friend, and they decided to take some acid. Scott ended up calling 911 because his son and two other people were tripping on acid, and that he had been forced out of his home because his son was now swinging a golf club around recklessly. Police later discovered that it wasn't a golf club, but a medieval-looking replica spiked club. The police first got there. The officer quoted, the officer confronted the man in the street, who then charged and attacked him. An attempt by the officer to use a non-lethal means of restraint failed. During the subsequent struggle, which was extremely violent, the officer feared for his life while being struck and choked by the subject and was forced to disarm his firearm twice. He was shot in the leg and in the arm and was immediately taken to the hospital and arrested.
Was the kid wearing a hoodie?
Does not say.
I'm sure if he was tripping on acid, no, he was probably completely naked.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, brand new top 13 from Johnny 5. Recap idiot nominees and vote on that. Is there Doc Rock tonight?
Yeah.
And then we'll get out of his way. Listen to Project X.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following.
This bowel movement won't come out. Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. Hey, unsigned bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, unsigned bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Oh my! What's that? We're coming, Little Rock. Are you ready? Hide the wife and lock the doors. Cocaine Energy is coming. Redux Beverages has officially announced the launch of Cocaine Energy in Little Rock, Arkansas. Look for it at your local retailer. And if they don't carry it, tell them they need to stock it. Also available online at drinkcocaine.com.
You have nothing to worry about.
Oh my. MorningshowCentral.com.
Copy that. I want you to stay on this channel.
You're gonna like it.
MorningshowCentral.com.
The universe grows smaller every day.
Check out the member profile pages, blogs, games, online forums, video chat, and much more.
You are out of order.
Shut your fat mouth.
One website.
I gotta be honest, this is getting me hot.
MorningshowCentral.com.
You are refreshingly vulgar.
If you live the lifestyle? Then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you.
Cocaine Energy Supplement.
Due to great consumer demand,
Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement.
it's now available at retail locations across the country,
As well as online at ReduxDirect.com.
That's ReduxDirect.com.
Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network.
where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world.
Cocaine Energy Supplement.
You can become a member.
By logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies.
Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating.
Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers.
That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999,
P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider.
its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee.
No questions asked.
For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence.
With honest and expert customer service.
P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more,
Guitar Center has you covered.
Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade.
With the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area.
They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them.
You should too.
Need to know more?
Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC. And you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. What do you need to know about the Sunday Hangover Show? The name says it all.
Leave it alone, man.
The Sunday Hangover Show, Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. on MorningShowCentral.com. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy.
I'm in the mood to dance.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio.
It's driving me crazy. It's like a mind puzzle, an awesome mind puzzle.
right here on MorningShowCentral.com.
Looking
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
We now return to the show that's better than 2 hours with a hooker. Well, better priced at least. Project X.
There, get the website, projectnextshow.com, Project both K.
Now with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call the show, don't. About to wrap up in the next 9 minutes or so.
You can still fax us if you want to.
Hell yeah, we never got that number.
We'll read it next week on the air.
If we know it by then.
Or you send us your fax number and we'll send it to you.
Maybe not from this fax machine, though. Might have to go to FedEx Kinko's. Recapping idiot nominees, Pat.
Mine goes to the organizers of the London Olympics for the summer, as they, in looking to top the Chinese games of previous years' opening and closing ceremonies, decided to reach out to Bill Kerbishley, who is the manager for the 1960s rock band The Who. However, they weren't interested in the entire band or even the current members. Instead, they were reaching out to him to ask if it was possible if Keith Moon would be willing to appear as part of the ceremonies. The only issue being Keith Moon has been dead since 1978.
Mine is 20-year-old Mahogany Mason Kelly, who tweeted bragging, saying, "I still got a warrant in Pearland. Those pigs will never catch me. Never." Challenge accepted. The pigs caught her. She went to jail and got bonded out on April 21st. Johnny 5.
Mine is the other 4 members of the show for not finding the Keith Moon story and presenting it.
Girl.
Mine is a financial firm that sent out an email saying everyone was fired, and it was really just supposed to be meant for one specific employee.
And Rooster.
Mine's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Mine's a guy out of Missouri who decided to join his son and his friend by taking some acid. He was later kicked out of his house while his son was swinging around a medieval spiked weapon. He was then shot in the arm and the leg and was taken to the hospital and then arrested.
Those are the nominees.
Order.
What?
216.
Okay.
744.
74. Hold on.
I was thinking we might want to
Is this the number to the fax machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either that or we're just giving somebody's number out on the air.
Okay.
216.
Oh, yeah.
744.
Yep.
9978.
That's the fax number.
We'll
I'm putting
post
it on
note
Facebook.
that on the counter so you can read that off too.
It's on the front page of MSC too.
Those are the nominees. The one person that's left in the chat, even though you haven't chatted all night, if you want to vote, you can vote sometime during Johnny 5 Top 13. What you're going to do now? What is it this week?
It's 13 things that every new dad will eventually think.
Do it.
Here we go with our top 10 list. Number 10, don't run bus.
Shut the up. It's Johnny 5. This is my top 13. You don't like it? Make your own damn list.
I always loved that little part in there where you could tell I recorded that at the old school. Because it gets all distorted out of nowhere.
You're talking about that with state-of-the-line equipment.
Yeah.
And we use it here, too.
State-of-the-art, top-of-the-line equipment.
Sure thing. Okay, 13 things that every new dad will eventually think. Number 13, I need a drink. Stop me if you've thought any of these so far.
Not so far, but actually, last night with the whole diaper situation.
Number 12, you might be cute, but your personality sucks. Number 11, I've always wondered how long it would take to get tired of walking. I really wish I was a paraplegic. You haven't gotten there yet. Wait until the 5-hour colic walking back and forth.
That's what a hover round's for.
Number 10, I wonder how much bourbon it would take to drown out the sound of a crying infant.
For the father or for the infant?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I've checked. It's not legal to get your kid drunk.
Nah.
I did check on that. Number 9, right now, even that crib looks comfortable.
Yeah, I thought that was obviously we established that one.
Number 8, I really need a drink. Number 7, I wonder if I could rig a shock collar to respond to crying. Number 6, thank God there's only one of you. Number 5, I wish I could be sucking down a bottle right now, too. Number 4, sack up and quit the damn crying. It's not that bad. Number 3, I wonder how far of a drop you could take with no ill effects. Number 2, what the hell could you have possibly eaten? Formula can't be responsible for that. And number 1, alcoholism may be a valid career move.
Let us know the progress as you pick those.
Through the list.
Would you like a copy of the list?
Yeah.
We could check these off.
Put it on the
complete them.
refrigerator.
Yep.
Yeah.
This week I did 2, 5, 8, and 9.
We'll post it on the website.
Next week I'm shooting for 1, 3, and 4.
It doesn't get any better either. I'm going to say this. I wrote that from my own personal experience, and I still think it was my 2-year-old all the time.
Chris, vote.
I'm gonna have to go with Pat.
Rooster.
Pat.
Girl.
Pat.
Johnny 5.
You.
Pat.
Johnny 5.
Oh. I was saying I voted for you.
Oh.
I vote for Pat.
I like to be a nonconformist. So
It's like just to avoid the sweep.
Yeah. I was like, didn't even know what to do for a second. I was like, wait, where do I put that on?
Wait, who was it? He didn't even specify. It could have been
Wait, what?
you. Could have been anyone in the room that wasn't Pat.
Wait, what?
I don't think I need a total. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, no.
Pat.
Pat.
The thing is, we all got together throughout the week and found that story for him because we wanted him to have a win to celebrate the birth of his baby.
I was so angry we didn't have a show last week because I had it by then.
See, that could be a disqualification because it's more than 7 days old.
Oh.
Ooh.
Trust me, we haven't used that rule.
We can make it now.
There's times that I'm really glad we had a week off when it comes to finding.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I'll let it go. He just had a kid. He didn't have time this week.
Yeah, it's not exactly like in the meantime I could have found anyone.
Then the fact that he's not girl, so we don't disqualify him for
This is
anything.
true.
That story could have been from 5 years ago.
I want to thank everybody who listened, hung out, and participated in the chat. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch it immediately in its entirety immediately after Band-Aid with Doc Rock on the 24-hour live feed on morningshowcentral.com or tomorrow morning-ish on projectxshow.com in the archive section where it's available for download or live playback.
You almost got it in one breath, dude.
I know. You can hear the podcast on Stitcher. Free app, works on any smartphone.
Oh, hey, your show got debuted on Stitcher too. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't.
What do you mean debuted? I thought we've been on Stitcher forever.
No. It got
Like
when they sent out-
featured?
Yeah, featured.
We win.
Yeah.
One time.
It's better than none times.
In the past 4 years, we win.
We're done. That's the peak of our. We've hit the pinnacle.
We are the Brooklyn Brawler of internet radio.
You can find us on iTunes. Follow us or like us on Facebook.
Even Barry Horowitz is like, damn, their record sucks.
Facebook.com/PX Show. Follow us on Twitter at Project X Show. Congratulations once again to the new Flanagan family.
Wait, Pat had a kid?
Yeah.
I didn't
Wait.
hear anything about that.
Yeah. What was it like in the delivery room?
Did you pass out?
Did you cry?
That's it. In about 5 minutes, Band-Aid with Doc Rock. Replay. See you next week. Peace.